Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is MaraK and this is episode 11 of my survival let's play series. In this episode, I'm gonna build some new farms. The first farm I'm gonna make is gonna be a better version of a sugarcane farm because this farm is really slow. I started by digging out a hole for the rails and minecart for the collection system. Next, I built a flying machine using honey blocks because I don't have a slime farm yet. Then I made a collection system or an unloader for the hopper minecart to output all the items in. Or then I covered the rails with dirt, so I have something to place the sugarcane on. And then I place the sugarcane. It's really slow to make a farm this way, but I think it's worth it. Then I added some walls and a hopper clock to send out the flying machine, and the farm was finished. The next farm is gonna be a villager breeder. I'm sticking out with this design. I'm just repairing it so it works correctly, and so the villagers don't stand on the beds but on the fence like they're supposed to. First I put them in the hole, then I dug the whole farm down and rebuilt it correctly using a tutorial. I still don't know who designed this breeder, so if you know who did it, then tell me in the comments. Next farm is gonna be a crop farm. This is a design by LogicalGeekboy. I started by laying out the glass so I know exactly where how big the farm is gonna be and where I have to make the fields. Then I made the fields. I had to change the mycelium to pathways before I could till it with the hoe, because you can't till mycelium, only grass and dirt. Then after I finished making the fields and put the villagers in their place, I realized that villagers don't harvest wheat and throw it on the center villager. They make it into bread and then they throw the bread. So I had to make another collection system for the wheat farms, and I made it using another hopper minecart. Here you can see the finished farm. The next farm is gonna be a honeycomb farm. It's sped up because you already saw me build another of these. You can see right next to the farm I'm building right now. The first farm is honey farm. This is gonna be a honeycomb farm. I used iron from my iron farm to make shears, and I used some bees from the honey farm to breed the bees for the honeycomb farm. I caught some bees and put them on a lead so I can breed more bees in the future for future projects if there are any. And then the farm was finished. The next farm is gonna be a copper farm by ianxofour, and that's why I'm in the end, because it's better to make it here. There are only endermen spawning, and there is a lot of flat land. I dug some down so there is more space for the farm, but it's not really necessary because the farm works fine even with the space I had at the start. I really like this farm because it's very simple and really effective for how little resources you need to make it. It's also a really good source of XP. But the worst part is you need to get a zombie to the end, which I did using name tags, but I later realized that you don't have to use them. I also found out I wasn't playing on hard mode because the zombies weren't calling reinforcements, which was a little bit of a fail. But then I switched to hard mode and the farm worked fine. I need a lot of copper for a bunch of projects I'm planning for future videos, so if you wanna see what I'm gonna do with all my copper, make sure to subscribe. For the next farm, I'm here in the Nether because I'm gonna build a wither farm. I found this Nether fortress using Lightmatica. It's like 1,000 blocks from spawn, and it's surrounded by Soul Sand Valley. First, I needed to gather some nether bricks because you need like 11 stacks of them to build the farm. And then I went straight to building the wither skeleton farm. This farm is designed by ianxofour again, and it uses nether portals to move the wither skeletons for faster rates. I'm following a shulkercraft tutorial, so shout out to them for making good tutorials, I guess. This farm has 3 parts. First part is the bottom part where the wither skeletons spawn. The second part is the overworld part. That's where the wither skeletons travel. And the third part, the nether roof part, where you kill the wither skeletons. Now let's kill some withers. Oops. The last farm is gonna be a slime farm designed by Ilmango, and I'm building it in a slime chunk right next to the mushroom island where the rest of my farms are. This farm also uses portals to teleport slimes to the nether, where they are killed by campfires. In this time-lapse, I'm only showing the overworld part, where I dug down a big room for the nether portals, and then I built the killing chamber off camera because I don't have a way, because I didn't want to. Now I'm gonna AFK to get some slime balls. Okay, the video was supposed to end there, but then I spent like 4 days on this farm farming copper blocks and oxidizing them, and I kind of went overboard with it. Let's have a look at how many oxidized copper I have now. This right here is the field where I oxidize my copper. I think it's like 3 stacks, and I'm using already oxidized copper to oxidize new copper quicker. And now let's have a look at this barrel where I have all my copper. This shulker is full with oxidized copper, and then as you saw, I had a bunch of stacks of oxidized copper that won't fit in the shulker box. So I wanted to show you this so you know why there was no video last week. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. I've been MaraK, and that's it for this video. Bye.